It's the Selling for Life podcast.
If you're buying, we're selling.
Here's your three-headed monster, Steve, Big Al, and Kevin. All right, and welcome to another installment of the Selling for Life podcast, sponsored by Conoquit Parts, World of Parts with a personal touch. This podcast is about more than just selling stuff. We think if you stick around, you'll get a lot out of it. And if you're buying, we're selling. Right, Al? Whoop, whoop. This is episode 52. I'm Steve, joined by, as you heard, Conoquit owner, Google tracker, and NASCAR lover, Al Alexander. And also joined by sales professional and life philosopher, Kevin Ziliaks. How you doing, guys?
How you doing?
Whoop, whoop. Back in the house.
What's up, Steve?
Hey, man. I think it's the first time in the... Oh, there's the whoop whoop. Thank you.
Yeah, there you go.
And we got 3 or 4 of them, so this might be one of the best shows ever. Kevin, I think you're the first one that ever asked me how I'm doing. I really appreciate that.
Steve, how are you doing?
I'm doing great. Thanks for asking. Let me ask you a question. Do you know what time it is?
Time for new headlines.
Start every sales podcast off with the current events that we're facing throughout the country and the world. Al, what do you have?
Democratic debate was happening. Huh?
Politics, great.
Oh. There's a guy that smuggled 40,000 fake iPhones and iPads into the U.S.
Into the debate? Oh, yeah. Okay. It's funny how they're really nice to each other in the very beginning, and then they kind of go off on each other. It's like a rat race. They'll do anything they can for that job. And I think the constituents, the voters, don't they already kind of know that they're just kind of playing the game, the political game?
Well, that's my question is, what is the political game?
To get hired.
Okay.
To have power.
They want to get power, right?
So let's say whatever they have to say to get there.
But their party usually has a kind of a consensus of, principles, values, whatever it might be. Their party, is kind of unified, hopefully.
Sure, they have a platform.
So what I noticed in the debate, the small segment that I watched on CNN, was that there was a lot of people picking up a few people are picking up a couple really key things that Trump was going for.
Okay.
And running with it.
Right.
And they're arguing over like, oh, look at that. Well, now he's taking the Trump line,
Oh, okay.
I don't know if you noticed that.
No, I didn't watch, so you'll have to tell me.
Fortunately, I didn't watch it.
All right, go ahead with the other story. Cell phones. They smuggled cell phones into what?
Oh, a guy was caught with 40,000 fake iPhone, iPads.
Oh, wow. How was it? Was it plastic? They're just, they're fake.
What made him think fake?
Hey, this thing.
Wow, you got a lot of iPhones. That's not a legit iPhone.
It's
weird.
The screen is all paper.
The quality on this thing sucks.
Is it the real thing? I don't know.
When do they start making them out of squishy plastic that squeak? Squeak.
Is this a Nerf?
This looks a lot like my kid's little cell phone that I have, the 3-year-old. All right. Well, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Al. So he smuggled him in. Is he in jail?
Yeah.
Did he have 40,000? He smuggled them. How did he smuggle them? He taped them to his body and got on the plane like in Midnight Express, the movie. Sorry, you look.
He had a sumo costume on full of them.
Right. Okay. Sorry. Go ahead, Al.
There's you're talking about 1.1 million in sales.
Kevin, it's your turn.
Mine is politics. Kamala Harris, Joe Biden. I you know what it is? I want your opinions on this.
Okay.
Go easy on me, kid. Why is that so bad?
Oh, is that what he said to her?
Go easy on me, kid.
All right, well, let's play that clip right now.
Senator Kamala Harris.
Go easy on me, kid.
How you doing? You good?
What did you think of that comment by Biden calling her kid?
In my opinion, I don't think it's a big deal. He's just an old school guy. What the hell?
I think it's racist.
I know, right? It's terrible.
Is that what they're saying? It was
they're so
racist?
mad. That's just
can you imagine transporting a politician from the 20s into our current debate, and he's on the stage. Listen, Shay, I've had about enough of you, Shay. Okay, my little quick story is Mario Lopez came under fire because apparently in an interview, he said it was dangerous for parents of children ages 3, 4, and 5 who show signs that they want to change their gender to help those kids along with their gender identity journey.
Preach.
And apparently a lot of people were really upset with Mario Lopez to even have the opinion that parents are doing a disservice to their kids, their 3 and 4-year-olds, 5-year-olds that want to transition from a boy to a girl.
I agree.
I can't even believe this is like
know,
a discussion or debate.
I agree with AC Slater on this one.
Yeah.
AC, go
Sure.
AC Slater.
I mean, AC Slater should not have to apologize to anybody about this. I mean,
even Scrinch or what was his name? Screech.
Scrinch. You said Screech and Grinch.
I even think that Screech would probably find that really a weird argument that kids should be able to change their gender at the age of 3.
He apologized. He had to backtrack on that. They were gonna he's probably still gonna get flamed for it. I wonder if he's gonna lose his job over that.
Yeah,
He's like news guy now.
Okay, Al, you came into work today. You have a nice new hat on. Why don't you describe it to me?
Well, it's got a nice blue brim and a black, top with a white back, and there's like 3 simple lines on it.
Yeah.
Different colors.
And
Colored stitching.
What is the company it represents? Or
NASCAR.
NASCAR.
I got this at the NASCAR race.
Let me look at that
Oh,
real
I didn't
quick.
even realize.
You got 2 yellow lines, 2 red lines, and 2 blue lines, and that is all that hat has on it. And then once I complimented you on it, what did you tell me and Bob?
That's like the new simplified logo of NASCAR.
And then it inspired you to do what, possibly?
Change our logo.
Yeah.
Simplify it.
Yeah, and
Less is more.
I've been thinking, what did you just say?
What?
Kevin, what did you just say?
Less is more.
And that brings us to the topic of the day. And the topic of the day is Mario Lopez.
AC Slater. Never call him.
Go
Mario.
easy on me, kid.
Simplicity. We often think the more complicated things are, the more impactful they will be. Might be true in things like football, where teams have playbooks that are packed with plays to help them be more effective against their opponents on game day. But as in-depth and complicated as that playbook may be, a team won't be successful unless they properly execute the simple things. The same is true for just about anything in life. So you've probably heard the expression, keep it simple, stupid. And I'm going to keep it simple by just tossing to Al. Take it away, Al.
So anyways, simplicity. I've had 3 or 4 situations this last few days even that were talking about this subject. And, it was just like, boom, you even brought this up to me. And I'm like, wow, I had meeting after person, even a book that somebody sent me to read, which I don't like reading. So I turned it into a Speechify. This is a little plug for Speechify app. I love it. Just put the PDF in it and it reads it to you. So anyways, it was like all about this simplification of things, In that book I was talking about, it was like entrepreneurial systems, very simple, maybe 3 or 4 steps. You focus on these areas. You don't have to jungle 100 things. And, oh, man, that's the euphoria of life. Let's just focus on a few things. So anyways, so what I learned is I actually do a lot of it. Reading even this book or talking to these groups, even a board meeting I was at church. It was just like all talking about, let's simplify things. We're getting too complicated. There's too many people going too many ways. And, we don't have a unified direction, even a theme or, mission statement that all kind of directs us in the same route. Right. And I thought to myself, well, man, thank God we actually do that at Conequip. We got a motto. And we have simple core values. And everybody's going that way. So all decisions are based on either the motto, right? Or they're based on our core values. And there's only a handful of them. I remember them all. And if I can remember them so I can make easy decisions, maybe everyone else will be able to remember them. Can you, Steve or Kevin, tell me what one of our core values might be?
Integrity.
Integrity.
Boom.
Dude, show up to work.
No, that's no.
No harassing people. Wait a minute. Nope, that's not it.
Character.
Yeah. See, you guys just pulled it out. Is it on the wall behind me? No. But you guys just pulled it out of thin air. I don't know why.
Right.
But you remembered one of them at least.
Diligence.
Dude.
Boom.
Kevin is showing off.
Humility.
Oh.
Humility.
Dude, will you stop? You guys are encouraging me.
Dang.
So like we do this at work, and I thought, yeah, let's do that with our logo, just like NASCAR.
Right.
It was like our logo is so complicated. We've simplified everything in house, and I think it's out of just necessity we've done that, because I don't do well with multiple streams of things.
Right.
I want to be simple. I want my house simple. I want my family simple. You know, you want relationships to be simple. You know, even the marketing stream, the sales strategy, you know, only has a couple steps that we try to, you know, simplify it down. Right? Because it is a very, you know, complicated world we live in.
Yes. I was going to say there's just so much around us. There's so many things that we can use to our advantage, but there's so many things that we end up trying to use them all, and then we end up not using any of them, at least not effectively. There are, for instance, social media. If you have a business, you can use many different types of social media, but if you're trying to do Facebook and Twitter and Instagram, if you try to do them all, you're not going to really do any one of them effectively. So you kind of almost pick your battles through life and what you're going to use and what you're not going to use.
Eliminate the waste.
Yeah, eliminate the waste. Kevin, what type of things do you think are complicated in your life that you think you could simplify?
I mean, over the years, I've done a lot to simplify things and eliminate waste. I would say I was a green, lean manufacturing Six Sigma green belt is what I got to in manufacturing. It helped me realize how much waste I had in my last position when I was doing that. And these guys would just come in, and they were hired out from outside, and they could, you know, certify you to be one of those guys. And we did a lot of training on that, and very useful. And then I started thinking that way at home, and I just start tossing stuff in the garbage, and I'm like, why do I have this? And I don't have much. I have zero clutter in my house.
Yeah.
Zero. In my garage, zero. I hate clutter. It gives me anxiety.
Yes.
If I see stuff like that like just
so you know, Kevin is pointing at Steve's desk.
There's wires all over. It just bothers me because there's probably no use. It's probably not being used right now. Like that gives me anxiety.
Okay. I'm sorry to add to your anxiety there.
Yeah.
That's why having kind of it could be called core values.
Yeah.
It could be called motto, whatever your mission statement. Having that in an organization, if that's, you know, what we're going to relate this to, having that you can decide everything based on, hey, this motto, this motivation, this mission, I'm going to take that and I'm going to go filter whatever I got in front of me through it. Right. That really simplifies things.
Yeah.
So I'm not distracted by a lot of things. Somebody might be calling me up with an offer, and I ask myself, does it fit into my mission,
right,
my motto, you know, if I'm on, you know, again, anything in community of planning, or if I'm involved in something at church, I'll use the same thing, even with my kids. You know, does it fit into the mission of our family?
Right.
You know, this is what we're doing. No? Okay. Then we're not going to do it. You know, and that's the things that, you know, I think are little tricks that you can utilize.
One of the things that I also think is really important, this is a tough one, I think, for everybody, is eliminating those things that you feel obligated to do, but really are taking up too much of your time. You know, like organizations you might join, people that you might have agreed to help with certain projects, and you just feel bad saying, hey, I can't do this anymore, whether it's something that you're doing at church or something you do after work. If you can't do it, you can't do it. And, you know, you have to excuse yourself from it, because you'll know if it's the obligation is becoming too much of a burden. If you're feeling agitated about doing it, you're not looking forward to doing it. And then, of course, if you're not doing it the right way, if you're not doing a good job at it.
But you only can make that decision if you actually know what should be kept and what should be thrown away. Like Kevin said, he's decluttering his life.
Right.
There's a certain, you know, process in Sigma 6 where, you know, you evaluate, hey, have I used that in the last 6 months?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, it shouldn't be out. It should be put away.
Right.
Have I used that in the last 12 months? I don't even want to waste the shelf space in a cabinet. If that's the case, then let's get rid of it.
Right.
There's a level of like, when you're organizing, why you get rid of something or why you don't.
And going back a couple podcasts, we talked about the 4 quadrants.
That podcast was good.
That was a good one.
I came up with that like on the fly.
On the fly, but I loved it.
Oh yeah,
because you have what was it again?
It was the immediate,
right?
You know, something that's, you know, pressing now,
right?
That has a high priority to do.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's things that aren't pressing that are a high priority.
Right.
And then there's things that are high priority but not pressing. You get the idea. So I can put all this, say, responsibility or projects or whatever, my dreams of doing into these quadrants and organize, do the things that are pressing, that are immediate with a high need first. And then, it makes my day go better, right? So some people get discouraged by, I can't accomplish this or that at this different time, but everything has a different priority. Everything has a different weight to it. So really, simplifying what you should do first and what you really could give up, I think that's what you're getting at, makes a big difference in life.
Yes, it does. It does. All right, let's come to that time, and the time is for our inspirational message. I'm going to let the Psi Sigma Figma Green Belt Kevin take it away. What's on your mind, Kevin?
Well, my mind is clear right now because I've decluttered much of my life.
Okay.
At 37 years of age, I've had a good amount of time to do so. And I can breathe. And I don't have much stress on my mind.
That was pathetic. That was so pathetic.
True.
Oh, well, that brings us to the end
Sweaty
of the
ears.
podcast. Thank you very much. Remember, you got to follow us on Facebook and Twitter. That was our 52nd Selling for Life podcast. Remember, whether you're selling Yellow Page ad space or you're trying to convince your Google client the alarming decrease in your ad click rate is absolutely normal, one thing is for sure, you're always selling for life.